Today we have a reading for you about a family that does everything they can to try to make it look like everybody gets along, everything is great, everything is perfect. But whatever has been hiding underneath the surface with regards to this domestic bliss is about to come to the surface and probably be in the news or be gossiped about, depending on, whether or not this person has some level of fame or is like a pillar of the community, which it kind of seems like. We've got someone who felt like they had come through with the right strategy or the plans that they needed to keep this secret or to keep up the charade, but they were wrong. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I don't know. I think it was enough. It's only Thursday. We'll get crazy tomorrow. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member and get access to more content. Thank you to the current members. All right, we're going to dive in with the Marigold Tarot and see what skeletons they have in their closet. Sorry, there's like a hair stuck to my lipstick. I got it. All right. What else do we have? Two of Rings, or the Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there's an agreement, and I do feel like this could be like an open marriage, or we know it's just kind of transactional. I know that you have your thing and I have my thing, but we don't want anybody to know that we're not happy. There's somebody who says something who knows that they shouldn't, or like they blurt it out, and that's the little thread that unravels the sweater, right? But I do feel like there was an agreement to kind of keep things looking better than they really were, because I don't want to go through a divorce. Ten of Cups in the reverse. If I were to go through with divorcing someone, it would be too much trouble for finances or public perception or family deals, whatever it is, right? Hello, Zendrick. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Redbeard. Hello, Narendra. How you doing? Wheat air? Okay, okay. Is that English? Or were you trying to say whatever? I've never, raised a teenager, but I imagine that's part of the game right there. Seven of Rings or Seven of Pentacles, Page of Rings or Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. So we weren't going to get a divorce. We weren't going to let anybody think that there were issues in the family. We just were going to keep on keeping on and maybe have like a couple secrets. But we have someone who chose poorly in what they invested in. This is like someone who feels that it won't be very difficult for them to keep a secret as far as an affair, but then they go ahead and they choose the person most likely to blow up their spot. I think we have someone who is conducting an affair with a person who is volatile or difficult to predict, and they feel like it's a great time to air somebody's dirty laundry, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that that's just not English. Just a little baby timeout, but if you come back, could you please communicate in English? Hello, Mamie. How are you doing? Hello, Rati. How's it going? I do personal questions about 30 minutes in with priority to those who tip or donate. Hello, Awesome. What's going on? The questions can definitely wait until about 30 minutes if you don't mind. Feel free to enjoy the live chat until then. Hello, David. How are you? All right, so we have the High Priestess, the King of Cups in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I think this secretive energy And again, it could be there's an agreement and both parties are participating in like an open marriage type agreement, right? But it was still necessary to keep up appearances. We don't want other people to be guessing or trying to figure out what's going on. The problem is what should have been just kind of like a dalliance or a physical affair has become more emotional, and now we have someone who is trying to figure out what they can do to cause the divorce that these two have agreed not to do. So I think we have a possessive third party who feels like they should be able to get a real relationship out of this King of Cups in the reverse. King of Wands, Three of Rings, Seven of Wands in the reverse. I think there's an argument. How dare you try to talk to my spouse, or how dare you, try to cause some trouble? What's the goal here? Maybe we need to talk about boundaries or expectations, because I feel like this King of Cups in the reverse says, just so you know, I'm not interested in having some sort of long-term commitment with you. Three's a crowd, and I already have a spouse. Does not have to be that this King of Cups in the reverse is a man. This could be a woman. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but this is someone who is resisting the emotional component and only wanting like that companionship that is more physical, right? And when their affair partner asks for more, I think there's an argument and someone who thinks, okay, so maybe I need to tell everybody who I've been hanging out with. Maybe if you're not interested in the emotional side of things, I will make you regret it. So I do think there is some petty energy, someone who feels rejected and wants to get back at that King of Cups in the reverse. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hello, Kago. How are you doing? I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to say your name, but hopefully it works. Hello, AOP. Hello, Famous Seamus. Hey, Anime. You want to be a little more respectful, please? This is a tarot reading. If it's not for you, that's totally fine. But I would ask you to not be disrespectful in the live chat. We have shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. This is the general view of the relationship that the King of Cups in the reverse has decided they don't want to walk out on, even though they don't like this person or don't love this person really. It's more, we've gone this far, we might as well just like make it work, and I don't want to deal with all the hassle. But they're bored. This is why they were seeking some third party. That and the fact that their spouse was as well. Hello, Lance. How are you doing? Hello, Sahor? I don't know how to say your name. But I hope your exam goes well. I'm glad to hear that, Matt. Please don't repeat your messages. I'm just going to remove this one, and I would ask that if you have personal questions, please save those to about 30 minutes in. If you want to make sure that I address those, I keep track of those that tip or donate and start with those at about 30 minutes. So here's that marriage card. Someone who is in a long-term connection, probably has children, and feels like there's really not much they can do to change that. Maybe there would be too much of an impact to their finances. Maybe there's just too much going on as far as their business or their family life. But the third party who had been hoping for a more emotional or like long-term connection is feeling the sting of this rejection and wanting to return in kind, wanting to find some way to get back at this person, right? Because for them, they're looking at this King of Cups in the reverse, the person who's already married, as their like forever. Like, I want to move in, I want to, have a family or adventure together, but they're not getting that same energy with this repeated patterns card It's looking to me like the King of Cups in the reverse basically looks at it as like a flavor of the week, which is disappointing to say the least. But if I have like a little bit of a rotation, then nobody will ever get like super attached. Their timing is off on this one because they did spend enough time with this third party to have them get attached. Let's get some tarot. All right, this is the Prisma Visions Tarot. Hello, S9. Hello, Sandoon. How are you doing? Hello, Tommy. How are you? Hey, Rumors. I'm going to put you in just a little baby timeout. Considering I haven't seen you in my live chat before, I'm guessing you're making a snap judgment. Feel free to put your feet up, grab a beverage. Shoot, maybe I'll even do a personal question for you. But let's not be so judgy, okay? Tommy, come on. Really? Hello, Charlie. How are you doing? All right, so we have the Gift, the Page of Swords, and the Star in the reverse. And thank you to Dracula for helping me figure out what is going on with these extra cards. The Gift in the upright talks about epiphany, curiosity, and release. So, in other words, it's been real fun. I've had a great time with you these last 3 weeks or whatever it is, but I think we need to go our separate ways. This is the breakup conversation that it's not going to get serious because I can't get serious with you. I'm already in a relationship, right? But with the Star in the reverse, this is triggering. This is something that just kind of like digs at the third party who felt like they've been, you know, lied to or led on. Please don't dominate the live chat like that. Like, why do you do that? That's so rude. So this is someone who feels like they don't get enough attention, feels like they were getting ready for a relationship and now they're being broken up with. Now they're being told probably not going to see each other because, you know, I got too much things going on. Too many things going on. Yeah. Tommy, you can come back if you want to be respectful, but I'm putting in you in a timeout. It's Thursday morning, y'all. Let's chill. Three of Chalices or Three of Cups in the reverse is a card that can talk about somebody who has been unfaithful or a third party. Too many cooks in the kitchen. And it's clarifying our King of Wands card, which can talk about somebody who is maybe a little bit too interested in the physical attraction, right? Hey, Matt, how you doing? So these cards are super beautiful. I want to make sure that I remember to show you. But I'm also really drawn to the fact that it's like someone is looking at this situation and thinking, this is like too much work. I can probably find a FWB with a little bit less drama or a little bit less anxiety on my side. Like, you're doing too much. But this is like their own karma. They've been playing with fire and then they get surprised when they get burnt. That's weird. Hello, bunny guy. How are you doing? Hello, Sri. I hope that you make that work for you instead of it being scary. Hello, Keiko. I hope you get a vacay soon, Matt. We do have the holidays coming up, and hopefully that helps some folks find some time to recuperate, right? Interesting. Seven of Swords and Illumination in the reverse. Look how beautiful this is. They did like foil on the extra cards. And here's the Seven of Swords. The Illumination card being in the reverse is pretty easy to figure out when it's paired with a card that talks about deception, right? It was an illusion. I thought that you were actually interested in me, but it looks like you think that you can just go and like replace me with some rando and you'll be just as content. I thought it was actually like special, you know? I feel that, buddy. I hope that works out for you. Hello, Ray. How are you doing? I do personal questions for those who tip or donate and occasionally do free questions. But yeah, I mean, all of the readings that I post on YouTube are free, right? So there's, I think I think it's over 9,000 videos. So all of the content that's on YouTube, free. You just have to watch the ads. I do like doing free questions now and then, but I gotta be honest, there's some questions that take a lot out of me, so I have to be cautious with that. I've been dealing with a little bit of a headache lately. Hello, Nam. How are you doing? Hello, Jimmy. This is about somebody who's in a marriage or serious connection, perhaps someone with kids, who had agreed to be in an open relationship, and the third party has become obsessed and doesn't want to accept that there's no potential for a relationship between them because the King of Cups in the reverse is not willing to leave that original relationship. Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Chalices. Someone who was basically wanting to focus most of their energy on work, most of their energy on making money. And then when they have that free time, what can I do that makes me happy? You were a distraction, right? You were someone I could grab a drink with. This is someone who seems to be a little bit heartless as far as kind of being shocked that somebody is upset that there's no hope for a long-term relationship when I don't think they were very clear on those boundaries. So when things end between these two, the King of Cups starts to get concerned that their romantic partner, the third party, is going to cause some trouble. We have another King of Wands. So things get more stressful. This connection was meant to be something that made life a little bit more enjoyable, and now they feel like things are getting out of hand. Definitely on my list, Matt. Hello, champion. How are you doing? I hope that changes. That's awesome. Yeah, I think, oh, you guys, I had almost forgot. I think we're coming up on 4 years for the channel. November 28th, I want to say. So that's kind of a big deal. Should we have a party? Yep. Hello, gamer. How are you doing? So, who is this third party? I need to give them a name. Yeah. All right. So this devoted individual, third party, is starting to accept that there is probably no future here with this King of Cups in the reverse. Their love has eroded or disintegrated, and now it's more hatred. This is because it probably wasn't real love. This is because it was codependency. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't want to be alone, and you made me feel less lonely. Although this King of Cups in the reverse definitely has a tendency to make most people in a romantic sense feel lonely. Now we have this, okay, before I wanted you to get a divorce because I wanted you to be in a relationship with me. But if you're not willing to leave that relationship for me, then I'm going to find some way for that relationship to end anyways. I'm going to ruin what you chose over me, is their approach. That's a little rough. It's a little rough. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Hello, acolytes. Goodbye, acolytes. Hello, Mustafa. Aw, thank you, Matt. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Hey, KYX, how are you doing? Yeah, just a quick reminder. The live chat, I really enjoy interacting with you all, but we've got to be able to tolerate other people's beliefs and be respectful. All right. What else do we have? Three of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Swords with the Queen of Cups. This looks to me like somebody's trying to get the King of Cups arrested. I think we have a third party who is creating some story or accusation out of thin air. And I hate to say this, but I did see, what's her, I'm gonna use her fake name. Amber Turd went through my head. So I refuse to use her real name. I feel like we have somebody who is doctoring a bruise, which is something that I'm pretty sure she did, right, for TMZ, right? Trying to make it seem like this person has been unruly or violent or unpredictable, but it isn't really that this person is afraid of the King of Cups in the reverse, or that they have actually gone through this type of argument. They're at the very least exaggerating. Their goal is, maybe if there is a police report out there talking about a domestic dispute between you and someone who is not your spouse, what's your spouse gonna do? You know? I agree, Jimmy. Hello, Sean. Oh, I'm happy for you. Are you okay, Redbeard? Is it more like Redfoot now? Hello, J.E. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Wasn't there like a marathon of people saying things that like rhymed, or like reels where they were making fun of her for that? Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like, I'm gonna make it painful for you walking away from me. I'm gonna make sure everyone knows that you were involved with me. So there's a betrayal. There could be pictures posted or text messages shared publicly. What was once secret with the moon is now public with the world. This is like someone posting it all on social media. Hello, Priyanka. How's your day going? Thank you for the tip. Feelings and next action. I got you. Also, my apologies if you hear my stomach growl. It is entirely possible. I only had a couple of bites of fruit. Whoops. Ooh, going big, huh? We have the Magician in the reverse. The Justice card in the reverse, and High Priestess. This is an abuse of the justice system. Falsifying your report. It ain't cool. It's not a good look, okay? a lot of times it has consequences. So by manipulating these facts or trying to make this individual look like a problem or get them arrested, they have this high priestess is the person who is, the magician in the reverse is the person who is the third party. It's interesting though, because the high priestess is at the top of that column. But we also have the high priestess clarifying the Queen of Cups, and I feel like this is the wife or the husband or the person that they live with, right? That they agreed to that open relationship with. I feel like this is saying because of the manipulative tactics of the third party, now we have this spouse wondering, you know, can we actually continue to do things this way if you can't manage your secrets? Like, I knew about that, but now you're making it problematic. Thoughts about your painting on Insta? I got you, Priyanka. Thank you for the tip. Hello, Capo. How are you doing? There's my stomach growling. Ooh, has he checked the last scene today on Matrimony? I've added that for you as well. Thank you, Priyanka. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. An investigation. People wondering, is this true? Could this be real? We thought that person was respectable, and now we're hearing these stories. But I do think people are leaning towards believing, even though this is a lie or manufactured, because the King of Cups in the reverse has demonstrated a little bit of a selfish attitude. And it looks like the way they respond to these accusations make it even worse. Instead of focusing on how they're innocent or they didn't do that, they focus on attacking this person that they were involved in an affair with. It's not a good look. They handle it all wrong. It's all wrong. All right. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Can you turn off the setting for that? Not that I'm like encouraging people to be dishonest or anything, but I always get weirded out when people can tell like I'm using an app. Like, get out of here. Let me look at stuff on my own. Except of course on YouTube where I try to send you all notifications like, hey guys, I'm live. What you doing? Ooh, okay, so money is the main reason. This is why these two have not gotten a divorce and why they are continuing on even though they're kind of bored with each other. And each has a sweetheart on the side, which could mean our Queen of Cups is nervous that this drama is going to expose their relationship as well. Hello, Explorer. How are you doing? Hello, Molly. Hello, David. Yeah, exactly. Moving in silence is probably getting to the point where it's a little bit cliche, but like, oh, you'll never see me posting like, look at this beverage that I just got right now. Here's where I am. Aren't you jealous? No, it's more likely I'll be like, look at this cat. Look at this adorable dog. All right, so thank you for the gift. We have love and doctor. Didn't I even say like doctored? Like we got somebody who is at the doctor making things up about what happened to them, trying to get someone in trouble for something that didn't happen. I really don't have respect for this, you guys, because there are people out there who actually go through these things that this person is lying about, and you make it harder for those people to be believed when you make up your crap. I'm just saying. Let's be honest. Sorry. This is just an act. Pretending I'm hurt, pretending that somebody caused me problems, and all I was doing was hoping that I could be in a relationship with them. They led me on. They took advantage of the fact that I was younger than them. Whatever they're doing, they're definitely sensationalizing it, right? Like, what will make this a huge scandal so that no matter what, your relationship ends or I get what I want? This is like pretty diabolical. I don't even know if at this point they want a relationship with this King of Cups. I think it's really just like, I want to win. I want to see you frustrated, right? Oh, hello to Josh and Josh's sister. I hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, like I don't know. I'll show you my vacation pictures maybe, but like after I'm home and like doing my laundry, you know? I don't need anybody rolling up unexpected. I'm just trying to eat my Waffle House without people knowing about it. Assassin and local co-op. The assassin can have you questioning their morals. Their allegiance, however, is non-negotiable. While the assassin won't hesitate to dip into their shadow in a fight, their sense of integrity makes them a loyal ally. Oh. Remember we had the High Priestess come out for the Queen of Cups? The King and Queen of Cups are the ones in the relationship, right? They don't really like each other much anymore, but money keeps them together. Oddly enough, this is like, I don't really love you, but I got your back. This person is the assassin. I don't really love the person I'm in a relationship with, but I'm not going to let you mess with them. I'm not going to let you like torpedo their career or their reputation. So now we have people working together up against this person who has made a false report. What do we call you? The magician? Yeah, magician in the reverse. It's easiest to work together when we can collaborate on the physical plane. Working with others can be a means to growth and progress for everyone in the party, as long as we share a vision. So I wanted to, let's say I'm speaking from this magician in the reverse energy, right? I wanted to be in a long-term relationship with this person who was already in a long-term relationship, mind you. And I get disappointed when this person says they're not going to end that other relationship. So disappointed, in fact, that I decide I'm going to cause you chaos and drama and scandal and accuse you of something that you didn't actually do. I feel like I can create evidence to make you look guilty, and then because there's enough question, maybe it'll actually cause you to have to end your marriage anyways, or maybe you won't even be able to work anymore. This person's just like, it's like they're skipping up and down a gravel road and they're like, la 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 la, revenge, I'm gonna ruin your life. Like, okay. But there's multiple people who join up against this magician in the reverse. Even if this King of Cups in the reverse is a little bit heartless, even if they're, a little selfish, this Queen of Cups, their partner is like, no, this isn't going to happen. I know how to deal with this. Okay, this Queen of Cups coming out of nowhere. Stealth mission. Someone here is operating in the shadows. Would it be the High Priestess? You can't always assume someone is being sneaky for nefarious reasons. They might be planning a surprise party or an ambush. Stay frosty. This is someone planning to get this magician in the reverse to shut up. You're lying, you're making a false report, and if you're comfortable doing that, I feel zero guilt causing you some problems. Crafting. To take an idea and make it reality. There is special magic in bringing life to our creations. Pure passion only benefits when we act on it, and you are taking the initiative to get this off the ground. I don't know what the King of Cups is doing. Like, they're just like throwing their hands up in the air. Maybe they're actually in a jail cell. Excuse me. I don't know, but they've been wronged. And this Queen of Cups jumps into action like, nah, I got this. I know how to handle this person. I feel like this is a return of fire. Like, oh, okay. You thought I was just going to sit over here and do nothing, but I know how to handle this. All right, I'm going to pull a few from the Kipper, and then we're going to start with those personal questions. I just realized we're after 35 minutes. Sorry, guys. Please film in a Waffle House fight. Does that mean you want me in the Waffle House fight? Hello, Usman. Hello, Dead Alive. How are you doing? Oh, there's my stomach growling. I'm sorry, you guys. I definitely need to eat some food. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Hello, Luis. Hello, Vanessa. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's taking it too far, isn't it? Hello, puppy. How are you doing? All right, so the outcome. We have a message. We have child and thoughts with message of concern. So what was seen as an alarming notification, probably from the courts or law enforcement, may have had to do with children, like, hey, we have to remove you because there's a concern as to whether or not you are harming your family. And this is all because somebody reported you. So there's this false report. It could have something to do with the children, or this could be a reference to the fact that someone is being accused of something that they're innocent of doing. That child can represent innocence, right? So if they made this false accusation and it is discovered to be false, yeah. Happy Amber Turd Day, I guess. False person. So they get exposed for this false report and their plans fail. And I think it has a lot to do with the Queen of Cups being able to return in kind. Like, okay, you're starting a battle and you've probably underestimated me. I'm going to find some dirt on you. Or I'm going to find out how you created this fake evidence, right? All right, this is the Egyptian Tarot. Let's tackle those questions for Priyanka. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Shayla. How are you doing? What are Mokuldev's feelings towards Priyanka right now? Four of Wands in the reverse. Instability or uncertainty. Moon in the reverse, feeling like you are hiding or being secretive about something. Six of Wands in the reverse and the Chariot. This looks like somebody who feels like it's not going to work out. What are the next actions? Sun in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. This is someone who has gone down a bit of a rabbit hole or cannot stop thinking negative thoughts. So I feel like one little thing has caused them to feel like it's hopeless. What are his thoughts about the painting on Insta? Has he seen it? He saw it. There's something beautiful about it, but it's like, I don't want to like it. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. This is weird, but I'm going with it. If you are an animal rights activist and you see somebody walk in with a mink stole, it doesn't matter if it is a beautiful piece of clothing on someone, because I'm morally opposed to how you got that coat to be made. I'm not going to appreciate it. So it feels to me like there's this, like, I refuse to like something that you've posted because I feel like you are creating confusion in my life. So it's like I glance at it, I appreciate its beauty, but I'm not going to like say anything about it or show appreciation for it, right? Hello, Rivers. How are you doing? That's gonna vary, right? Varying Redbeard. All right, so has he checked the last scene on matrimony? Yes, I think he's been pretty vigilant on that. Has he decided to walk away? No, he's still trying to figure out what to do. It does feel like this is a failure. He's feeling like he can't trust you. So he's kind of torn right now. Maybe asking people for advice if there's somebody that he trusts. Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups in the reverse and Judgment in the reverse. Has not made the decision, but is very much so in a little bit of a negative mindset right now, expecting things to go poorly or expecting that you would not be trustworthy. So I hope you're able to address that, because it does seem like there was some genuine connection there, but he doesn't like the competition. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. I hope to see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribe.